welcome to the Share Report. If you're new here, thank you so much for joining. Be sure to hit that subscribe button, and for those who are returning, thank you so much for your faithfulness and for being here and for your support. All the things. I truly appreciate every single one of you who likes, shares, comments, all the things. So share this video with others, get others involved. So I had mentioned in a previous video how you cannot just rely and trust on government officials. You just cannot. If you want change, you have to do it yourself. Obviously, there has to be someone in the presidency. There has to be someone in the House of Representatives. There has to be people in the Senate. There has to be people in Congress, and on and on and on. There has to be people. Obviously, we all can't do it. But we do vote for these people, and we expect for them to make change and do what we require of them. But sometimes they let us down. Actually, all the time they let us down. So, and sometimes there's a little bit of sparkle and joy. We're like, you know what, wow, this is looking hopeful. You know, they're actually doing what we're wanting them to do. But in this particular case that I'm getting ready to mention, big fail, big letdown. Okay, so if you have not seen the most recent clip with Fox News, Maria Bartiromo speaking to Kash Patel and Dan Bongino, that is a complete letdown, fail. I mean, they lost all credibility with all the American people who voted for Donald Trump and for his cabinet members. Definitely lost credibility with me when you're sitting there looking at the video. So you're probably thinking, what are you talking about? Okay, so let's play this video so that you can see exactly what I'm referencing. Look at the eyes. That is the thing that I want you to look at. Look at the eyes, look at the facial expressions, and you'll be like, oh my, something went wrong, and we will reconvene.
Material coming to Congress.
You said Jeffrey Epstein committed suicide. People don't believe it.
Well, I mean, listen, they have a right to their opinion, but as someone who has worked as a public defender, as a prosecutor, who's been in that prison system, who's been in the Metropolitan Detention Center, who's been in segregated housing, you know a suicide when you see one, and that's what that was.
He killed himself. You want me to? I've seen the whole file. He killed himself.
I know it's hard work.
What was that? What on earth was that? I mean, what a complete letdown. And this is my personal opinion on this case. They both look startled. You could tell from their body language that one of them was either hypnotized and one of them was blackmailed. So I do know that Dan Bongino, he has younger girls, or he has girls, and people want to protect their children. So I personally feel and think that there was some sort of blackmailing, threatening, or something weird that had happened before this interview or during their short time period with these acronym groups that threatened them. So because both of them, especially on tape, Dan Bongino says he knows for sure, or he thinks or feels within himself, and all the American people know, that Mr. Jeff on the island did not unlive himself. So as you can see, you can't rely on people because they're now saying, oh, we're going to do this, we're going to do that. Everybody with common sense knows that Mr. Jeffrey did not unlive himself. It is very obvious. And we know that there are some big players in this whole thing, this whole conspiracy, this whole thing that's happening right now that we're wanting to expose. That there are a lot of key players that want to keep things hushed because they may get caught. So that is my personal opinion. And if you look at their body language, I mean, the big eyes, the darting around, and just the uncomfortable stiffness that you can see. They look like my dog. I used to have a little dog. We had several dogs, and they would do several things that they shouldn't be doing, like chewing on the furniture, and they're like, Amos, did you do that? He'd look at you like, maybe I did it. So that's how they look. Like they're completely guilty of something, or something has startled them, or they've been threatened. So I don't believe this. I don't believe that they believe that Mr. Jeffrey unlived himself. They know, and all the American people know that it was definitely someone that did it to him, especially with both of the bodyguards falling asleep. Do they think we're stupid? I mean, I know there's a lot of stupid American people, obviously, but it's very obvious to see that Mr. Jeffrey did not unlift himself, and it's very obvious to see that Kash and Dan do not believe what they are saying. So what are your thoughts? I'm going to actually play a clipping of Dan saying something in the past that he did not believe it. So I'm going to play that, and they're losing all credibility. What do you guys think? Leave a comment. I want to know what you're thinking about this whole situation. Do you think it's a blackmail? Do you think it's a threat? Do you think they're scared? Do you think they were told something about the big acronym group that thinks they're law enforcement? Let me know what you think. In the meantime, comment, like, subscribe, share, all the things, and I'll see you in the next video.
Jeffrey Epstein story is a big deal. Listen, that Jeffrey Epstein story is a big deal. Please do not let that story go. Keep your eye on this. Catherine Rumler, we need to keep the heat on this case, folks. There are a lot of people who are knee deep in the Washington swamp who are not telling you the truth about serious allegations out there that Epstein may have had video and audio of people out there doing things they shouldn't have been doing. And you should be asking yourself the question, how is it that all these people, the CIA director, the Obama fixer, Bill Clinton, all intersected paths with Jeffrey Epstein? Jeffrey Epstein isn't with us anymore, and nobody seems to want to talk about it outside of a few entrepreneurial media outlets saying, hey, this is a big deal.
So I wanted to pop on really quick. The reason I played that video of Dan Bongino talking about how he believed Epstein was unlived, not by himself, but by other means, I wanted to play that to show you that something definitely is wrong, and to also show you that this is the reason why people have lost hope in politicians or in politics in general, and even political parties. And this is the reason why I harp consistently that if you want something done, if you want to change in your government, you can't sit on your hands and wait for people to do something. And also I harp so much about how deep, I mean so deep, the corruption lies. And another thing is that whenever you see people that are considered the good guys, like Dan Bongino, I mean, I one time considered him to be a really good guy, one of the good guys on the good side, but he's actually shown that he's actually pretty weak and actually fallen for the corruption. Either he has been bribed or has been blackmailed or MK Ultra, something of that sort. The same with Kash Patel. So I wanted to say that because a lot of people gave me a lot of heat for what I said about them losing their credibility, both Dan and Kash losing their credibility. And I wanted to offer that video so that you can see that what he said previously does not line up what he's saying now. And also, I want you to know that there are so many people, not that I have to prove anything, but there are so many people who are definitely disappointed right now. So I wanted to play that video for you and hop on really quick, a little extra video at the end of that video, just to share that with you. Okay, be sure to share this video, subscribe, all the things, and leave a comment. Let me know what you think.